Here's the truth. Selena Gomez is not disappearing because people suddenly stop knowing her name. She is struggling because fame eventually asks a brutal question. Who are you when the story people loved is no longer enough? For years, Selena was easy to love. The Disney star, the vulnerable singer, the girl the internet protected, the public figure people felt they had watched grow up. But public sympathy has a shelf life, and when the audience starts asking for evolution, nostalgia is not enough anymore. That is where her image becomes complicated. Because people do not only judge the work, they judge the pattern. The acting, the music, the relationships, the interviews, the public reactions, the way everything starts to feel connected. And slowly, a celebrity stops being seen as a person. They become a narrative. That is what happened here. Selena's pain made people protective of her, but protection can become a cage, because the same audience that once defended you will eventually start asking if they are defending talent or just defending memory, and that question is dangerous, and here's where it gets heavy. Selena's biggest problem may not be failure. It may be identity confusion. Is she a singer, an actress, a beauty founder, a victim, a survivor, a celebrity people love because of her art, or because of what they feel she has survived? When a public identity becomes too many things at once, the audience stops knowing where to place you, and when they cannot place you, they start questioning you. That is not hate, that is psychological distance. People begin stepping back from the emotional story and looking at the performance itself, the voice, the acting, the choices, the relationship, the brand. And once the audience starts looking with colder eyes, everything feels different. Let me make this simple. A career does not collapse in one moment. It fades when the public stops feeling movement. People can forgive mistakes, they can forgive weakness, they can forgive a bad performance, but they struggle to forgive stagnation. Because fame is built on attention, and attention needs momentum. That is why public relationships become so powerful. They can make someone feel alive again, or they can make everything look worse. Because when the work is not strong enough to dominate the conversation, the relationship becomes the conversation. And that is when perception becomes dangerous. The public starts asking whether the love story is real, whether the album is authentic, whether the career is evolving, or being held together by emotion and gossip. And once that question enters the room, it does not leave easily. The real psychology behind Selena Gomez's public image shift is not that people hate her. It is that people are no longer sure what they are responding to. Her talent, her story, her illness, her relationship, her nostalgia, her pain, and when admiration becomes confusion, criticism becomes louder. That is the painful truth about fame. The audience loves your vulnerability, until they start feeling like vulnerability is the only thing left. And maybe Selena's story is not a downfall. Maybe it is a warning. You cannot live forever inside the version of yourself people first loved. At some point, you either evolve beyond the story, or the story starts shrinking around you. And if this made you see things differently, subscribe now, because the next video might be the one that changes your life completely.